So hi, my name is Logan, and this is actually my office. But it's more like a computer lab because it is a computer lab, but that is a place I kind of work in. I got like a stapler. So in this computer lab, people always steal our staplers, and suddenly now we have 2 staplers. That's kind of interesting. So what has been up with this? There's not going to be really a topic in this video. So I bought a Swiffer from Google Shopping Express, the long handle thingy, and they packaged it in this giant Google Shopping Express bag. And I thought it was really cool, so I actually pasted it onto my wall. And then my roommates, who also shops with Google Shopping Express, we decided to make this a wall of Google Shopping Express collage of bags and stuff. So here's a photo of it. What else has been going on? So right now I'm in school. Most of the time I spend reading and talking and reading and spending some time here at work. We're working on a project. So right now I'm arguing with UCLA Housing, or otherwise University Apartment Housing. Technically owned by, it's technically government owned, so I get to argue with them. So I live in an apartment that's disability capable. And I was talking to a graduate student, or my PhD friend, and then she says, do you know that this might be considered discrimination for the lack of air conditioning, because UCLA Housing, University Apartment North is not providing equal facilities to disabilities. So I'm arguing that right now to them. So right now they might be getting a discrimination case. So tomorrow Monday I have most of my day free. I just have one class, one discussion, which is Japanese. So I'm also taking Japanese. Nihongo, hajimemashite. Hajimemashite. Logan Kai desu. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu. So yeah, I'm taking Japanese. I think Japanese so far is quite simple. I think the hardest part is just memorizing vocabulary. Right now, this is like week 3 of Japanese. So in UCLA, language classes are 4 days a week for Japanese. 2 lectures, 2 discussions, or forced discussions that you participate in. And anyways, since I have most of my day off on Monday, I went to get my hair cut. And I was looking online for hairstyles, and right now this is more like a faux hawkish thing. I don't know what you call it. It's kind of overgrown. Let me get that side. It's mainly cut, and then the top trimmed, I guess. Anyways, I was looking online and I saw this guy. You might know him. He's a celebrity. He's Zayn. I'm terrible with names. Anyways, he's supposedly from One Direction, and I guess British. And I don't listen to One Direction, so I don't know who he is. But my sister did tell me that he looks a bit like Justin Bieber, which kind of does the hairstyle, so I'm wondering whether I should get hair or not. I don't know. Here's a tour of my office, which I think it's a mess. Anyways, I did that kind of design. This is Windows 8 on a Samsung laptop. So this is a computer lab, private computer lab, for just a select group of people. And all these are Samsung laptops and they're touchscreen. Woohoo! They're Intel i7 with some AMD graphics, but it's like a switchable graphic. Let me adjust this focus. So it's connected to the domain, and the mouse just sucks. Touchpad. So I asked my manager, can we get a mouse? So we got mouses for the laptops because the touchpads are a pain in the ass to use. But that's my laptop where I usually sit. Well, I usually sit here in this corner area. That computer has a second monitor because my coworker wants a second monitor. And these other 2 laptops are just regular laptops. Other things I did to decorate my computer lab / office is I printed out a color table of Pantone colors. They're 80% accurate because our design jet is 80% accurate in Pantone. So this is more useful for us to see like what is the yield when we print it out, how it will look. I don't know how the colors will look when I print it out. And each one has a specific value. So each color has CMYK Anyways, what else? Here's the design jet. And we have so many chairs in this place. This is a very small room. We have a Canon image runner that always jams. And we have a Xerox work center, which is pretty good, I think. And here's a whiteboard that no one actually looks at besides me. And that's garbage that people keep on creating, and they just take paper and throw it there, and it's annoying. If you notice, this room lacks windows, so it actually is a great place, kind of like a casino environment, where you do not know the time of the day outside, unless you look at the computer's time. But it's great for mental studying, and so you don't actually know what is actually going on outside. And this is my office. So I work in Kirkhoff Hall at UCLA. It's essentially a castle. And outside there's a coffee shop, actually on the first floor. Not first floor, the second floor. The second floor there's a coffee shop. That's the third floor, that's the fourth, and that's the fifth, and there's the sixth floor. Yeah, so there's a staircase here that goes down, and it goes into this patio, and I work in the corner there with that window. And just to show you around UCLA, there's more chairs, there's more hall, I think, and I don't know, it's mainly for graduate students, but there's a lecture hall in there, and there's the Evil Math Science building with a telescope observatory thingy there. Don't these arches look very nice? So there are like arches and arches and arches. Very gothic. And speaking of gothic, something very funny. I was talking with my managers and they wanted to put some new furniture in this area. And they wanted to put Malibu style furniture for this gothic castle. So doesn't that seem a little bit appropriate, I guess? Malibu style luxury furniture for a gothic castle theme. Rather strange, in my opinion. And looking there, there's an Engineering 5 building. And if you walk to Moores Hall into this very dark alleyway, you see this no trespassing, authorized personnel only. So if you know anything about UCLA, there is actually an underground tunnel that goes through some of these buildings. So this is one of the entranceway, and let's try to peek through the hole. Yeah, it's just mainly utility pipes. Kind of interesting. So that's the end of my random tour of my life. I do not know when I'll be making another video because I am mostly busy, and I'll be even more busier at the end of the year. So, whatever. Anyways, thanks for watching.